box. And then you got Tyreek Hill at tight end. You put him on a corner route, he's going to make a lot of plays in space.
Looking at the playbooks here, it's the Raiders offense, the Dolphins D, which has become a pretty popular defensive use.
That's a very good combination, and we've seen it a lot in this tournament. That Raiders offense, very, very run-heavy offense, and Tekkers is going to be using that playbook as good as anyone in this tournament.
And as for Henry, the West Coast offense, so that's why you jam Andrew Luck onto your roster. Dolphins defense too.
And we see this West Coast playbook a lot, and these guys put Chris Johnson back at running back. Not Henry, though. He went with the 10-cap Kenyon Barner. He's not going to make a lot of plays for him, so Henry's going to have to air it out all game.
Yeah, very interesting. It's Rex Burkhead and Barner. Those are your running backs. That tells you you're looking to throw. And right away, Marvin Harrison. He was the hero for him earlier today.
And, online you see a lot of 1-4-6 defense. In this tournament we've seen a lot of players mix it up, go running some 2-3-6, 3-4 bear, 3-4 even. And online, I promise when Henry's playing, he plays against that 1-4-6. So look for Henry to have a little bit of trouble if Tekkers is able to mix it up on him.
And you saw that list of teenagers. Note that Henry's the only one who has pushed through for now. Last 3 majors, there's been a teenager in the final game every time. And we'll see if Henry can continue all that as Luck. Biding time, flicks it out, and there's Hester, who will get something out of it anyway.
Kind of a 50-50 play right there. Pretty lucky play for Henry. Could have easily got sacked bin at 2nd and 18. Instead, he picks up 5, just barely got the ball off.
Henry walking off Evil O, 20-14 in overtime. Missed a 57-yard field goal at the end of regulation, did Evil O. And finally, the overtime win for Henry. And a timeout taken.
Yeah, it looked like Tekkers accidentally called the wrong defensive play. Henry was going to hit him up top. I don't think this defense is going to work out very well for Tekkers. Henry's extremely prepared for 3-4 bear.
There's Uncle Ryan right there. He was pretty pumped up when Henry came from behind to get that done. Remember, he had trailed the whole game, was down 14-0 at halftime. Here he is on a 2nd and 5. Opening drive, and Andrew Luck on the run. Crossbody throw. Abram picks it off. And the Oakland Raiders safety brings it all the way back here to the 36-yard line. So how about that? The guy from the UK says, I'm going to go to Scotland and get my safety. I'm going to make a play right away.
Looked like Henry got a little bit greedy there, had the drag open, tried to make a play down the field, but the user was too good, got back there. Jonathan Abram picks it off.
And now we get to see a lot of Eric Dickerson, I would think. And this is the 2nd time that Henry has stared down Eric Dickerson today. He got a heaping dose of Eric Dickerson when he was playing Evil O. And
Evil O had that Eric Dickerson on steroids, though, because he had that jukebox on him. We're not going to see that on Tekkers. He just has the full powered up, which is still a great running back. It's going to be very hard to bring him down, but he's not going to be able to juke out those same tackles that we've seen Evil O juking out of. So look for Henry to make some more tackles down in the box. Probably won't be out extended on the edge very much in this game. He's going to try to just pound him up and down the field with very few yard gains.
We'll give you some notes on Dickerson regarding Tekkers in that first game earlier today against User God. And they were ridiculous. How about 282 yards and 5 touchdowns? It doesn't look like it's going to get there right away here. Those are tournament highs, by the way, those numbers. And that would have been 58 fantasy points, by the way, if you were running that for real. Running here on 2nd and 9, Dickerson turning the corner. Dickerson with a spin, first down and more.
Since he doesn't have that jukebox, goes ahead and goes to the double spin, so he holds both triggers down and hits the B button, and that's why he gets that fast animation on the spin move.
The stick work is great for Tekkers. His hand-eye coordination is great, Mo. He was a top 200 tennis player back in the UK. That's got to have some correlation, right?
Yeah, I always wish I could play tennis, but I'm always impressed by the guys that are able to do that.
Athletic and smart. And now no longer jet lagged. We should point that out. It's an 11-hour flight coming over from London to San Francisco. But playing the 2nd day and not the 1st, maybe that's an advantage, right? You get to sleep in and get ready. Now you take a look at takeaways here. Henry and Tekkers are right at the top. We've already had one here.
Yeah, and they're the top 2 takeaways per game left in the tournament, seeing Radiant get knocked out earlier. So that's something to look out for, and Tekkers already has one in this game.
And it's taken it about halfway through this first quarter, no score. Offset eye, Brady to throw for the first time underneath. He's got the tight end Kittle. And yeah, it is. Tom Brady got the hot route master and the identifier on him, right?
He's got the hot route master, and I believe the pocket lead.
Pocket lead on him. And a terrific goal line, by the way, here, anchored by the Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz at left tackle. And two Eagles of all things on the right side, John Runyon and Lane Johnson. Up against the Eagles here. Brady back. Brady is sacked.
And it looked like if he was able to buy some time, he had guys running all wide open. And actually, he has Marvin Harrison playing tight end for him. It's something you don't see a lot of. And look for him to get open on those corner routes versus man-to-man coverage.
So on a 4th and 14 now.
And Henry's going to be sending the dogs right here. I can't imagine he drops back in coverage. There's no need for it. It's almost impossible. It looks like he is going to drop back in coverage, actually. He's sending those linebackers out, spacing them out.
Yeah, got Shazier back there.
Kind of playing the sticks a little bit, just trying to have anything he throws to, it has to be underneath.
He needs a 29-yard line to keep the drive alive. It's got Hester kicked out wide right. Kittle, the tight end, on the left side of the line. And timeout taken. All right, so on 4th and 14, no thought of a punt down to the 2-yard line or something here. No, you think 4th and 14 you go?
I think I would punt here. You know, you've already got to stop. I would let my defense kind of control the game. You know, it's really going to be really, really tough when you don't have a scrambling quarterback and it's 4th and 14. It's really hard to pick up big yardage.
And again, this is not a guy who likes to put it in the air, talking Tekkers, but that's the smart money thought right now on 4th and 14.
If he gets some time, that post route will come open. It's just going to come down to whether or not he gets the time.
Buying time, has time. Can anybody get open? Yes, sir. He got him, he got him, he got him. Go! Dragging those toes, it's a touchdown.
And that was Henry's assignment. He left him. Just questionable defense right there on 4th and 14. No reason to be playing on that middle third. I would have been on the other safety. That's a really, really tough defensive call.
And in this Brady against Andrew Luck battle, we note that Brady's never lost to Luck. And life imitates art, at least early here. We'll fire up that Snickers replay for you here. You saw the dot.
Yeah, I seen him right away. They look like that post route was actually going to get guarded, so there's no reason for Henry to come down. Lapse in coverage right there. Wide open touchdown.
And Kittle having that huge year for the 49ers, close to 900 yards already. And here in Madden 20, he's in the end zone. It is a 7-0 score. All right, Henry's been there, done that. Having to come from behind already today. Flicks it to Hester, and he's going to get 7 yards.
But if you're Henry, you know, you have a really good offense, but it's almost as if like he doesn't lock in on offense until he turns over the ball. You know, he's got to fix that. You know, you're not going to have second chances too often in this tournament with all these great players.
Running that West Coast offense is Henry, and running it usually very well. Though it was a sluggish start earlier today.
Oh my God.
In the coverage and picked by Shazier. And Shazier down the near sideline.
Oh my God.
And just like in that first game, we're going to have to see Henry make another comeback. Already down 7, and Tekkers has the ball and is getting it at halftime.
T for Tekkers, T for takeaways here. Up 7-0, and Dickerson again ready to have a big day.
He might have some space over there on the left side.
That's a good call, Mo. As Dickerson very near another first down. Has already carried 4 times for Tekkers.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Great stick work there by Henry, though. That probably should have been a touchdown, but Henry kind of backs off, makes the tackle, only gives up 8 yards when that was a pretty wide open lane right there.
Tekkers nearly 4 points per possession, Mo. That's 3rd of the 32 players in this field. And remember, he put 41 on the board in the division semifinal earlier today. Great field position to start. Dickerson, first down.
And Henry has to hold him to 3 right here. If you give up a touchdown, you got yourself in a really tough situation. You got to find a way to hold him.
And Henry would be in a very unenviable position of having to rally from down 14-0 twice in a single day. It's happened before. It's not impossible, but you're right. You hold him to 3 here, you feel a lot better. Dickerson turning, and backwards he goes. Well read.
If you're Henry, you just got to play defense for 1 more down. Tekkers isn't going to force anything. He's already up by 7. Probably going to see 2 runs here and kick a field goal if he doesn't break to the end zone.
Speaking of well-read, Tekkers is that. He went to college, university back in England, and is just on the other side of that. Originally from Kent, about an hour outside of London. Up against Henry, not Henry VIII, just regular Henry here today. The Englishman trying to make it a little bit more than 7-0.
Uh-oh.
Dickerson angling. Dickerson pushing. He's right near the first down. Sticks on what was a 2nd and 14.
And it looks like Henry's just not very comfortable in his stick work. Kind of backed off right there. If he just goes right at Dickerson, he's going to tackle him around the 6 or 7, which is still a big gain. But instead of 3rd and 1, it probably would have been 3rd and 6 or 7.
Slamming into Palomalu and Tillman, both of whom have the tackle supreme designation. 3rd and 1 at the 2. Dickerson. He is slammed down. Did he get the first down?
Short.
Yeah, 4th down and about a foot. Wow, what an interesting call now.
I know it sounds crazy, but I think you got to kick here. Go up by 2 possessions versus a player like Henry. Guarantee yourself that you're going to have the lead at halftime and you'll be getting the ball back. If you go for it, put yourself in a kind of a tricky situation, because if Henry stops you and then scores, it's a tie ball game. I love the decision to kick a field goal here. A lot of players would go for it, but I'm a pretty conservative player. I love my defense, so I would go ahead and kick the 3. I think this is a really good decision.
No thought of a fake here.
No, never going to fake it. Henry set up in regular defense, it wouldn't work anyways.
Right up and through. Easy pickings right there to make it 10-zip.
And I think both players are happy with that. You know, Henry just didn't want to give up a touchdown, so he's extremely happy giving up that field goal, especially when your opponent's at the 1-yard line.
Oh, so here's Henry in familiar terrain. He's behind and needing to get that pass game going. The run game is not going to get going. It's Burkhead and Barner back there for him. But he's got Marvin Harrison, he's got Tyreek Hill, he's got Devin Hester, and he's got Andrew Luck with Escape Artist, Dashing Deadeye, and the Identifier.
And he's got to get 7 points this drive. You know, he has Rodney Hudson with that post-up ability, so what's that kind of X's out Geno Atkins. Geno Atkins isn't going to be getting those block sheds that you would normally see. So Henry's going to have a little bit of time, but he's just got to make the right read.
Looking here as the pocket collapses, he'll swim forward.
And Henry just looks uncomfortable right now. You know, he's seen a lot of defenses that he hasn't seen before. He's going to have to make an adjustment and kind of lock in on offense.
Number 1 offense, it's here this week, but he's stuck in neutral for now. Ran up against his own lineman there, and at the 2-minute warning, it's out of bounds.
Had a player wide open. Looks like he missed the read just a little bit late. Can't get his feet down in bounds.
So a 3rd and 3 coming up for a frustrated Henry, who told Evan after the comeback win earlier today, he was super frustrated, right? I mean, just didn't think he played a good game at all.
He knows exactly what coverage is going to be out there this play. Expect him to buy some time and hit an underneath route here.
Looking to move on and play the Packers and scheming. Luck throwing on the run. Open is Hester. End zone is Hester. Touchdown Henry.
And with Tekkers only having that 1 timeout, that's a perfect situation for Henry. I love to score quick right there when your opponent's a run-heavy player and he only has 1 timeout. It's really hard to move down the field. And if you can make a runner turn into a passer, he can force a turnover. Very, very good dot right there by Henry. Hits him up top, just a complete blown coverage.
3rd and 3 over the top. Boy, you've turned it over twice, and you're only down 3. And I guess now with a $1:49 left in the half, it's about making sure it stays close.
And Tekkers guy just I think he tried to send the guy with, just how we seen Henry do earlier. He sent the guy with the right stick, and it happened to send his outside cornerback that was in a deep 3rd. Very unlucky there by Tekkers.
Tekkers undone by Hester, 68-yard strike. And now Dickerson. He'll roll right up the middle.
But the problem is this clock's going to be ticking. You're not going to be able to run those halfback dives too long. I hope both players are aware of that, can make the best play possible.
1 timeout for Tekkers here, who again put 41 on the board earlier today. Dickerson first down. And you thought he had more than that.
Yeah, I can't stress how good of stick work that was by Henry. You know, that is like an almost impossible play to make. If you're at home, you need to get more guys over there, because that's a very, very rare play that you'll see from one of the best players in the world.
Dickerson cannot escape this time. And that run defense from Henry standing tall.
And I don't love that timeout at all. You're doing your opponent some favors here. Tekkers is going to be in a really tough situation as far as getting points before this half, but you're calling timeouts for him. You're in no position to get a stop anyways. I don't love that timeout at all.
Henry usually so good at stopping the stretch and the dive. He's loaded up with Tillman and Palomalu facing this run game. It's smart. I know roster construction, we call it nerd mode sometimes, but it's so important. Underneath, Kittle's got it.
And if you don't call that timeout for Tekkers, he's looking at about 15 seconds left right now. He would have never been able to run that play. Just a boneheaded mistake there by Henry.
Well, certainly a chance for 3 here if he can get it just a little closer. Still need a little bit more than that, you would think, even if that was a completion. Great
hit stick there by Henry. You know, that ball could have easily been caught. Came down, very good lurk. And if you're Henry, you kind of know your opponent's going to pass right here. If he runs the ball, he's got to get in field goal range, otherwise this half is over. So it's kind of obvious situation where he's going to be passing right here, but I wonder if Henry's aware of that as well.
Motioning Kittle. That's Hester kicked out wide left. Harrison tight to the line on the right. It goes to Kittle, who's going to muscle his way out of bounds. 17 seconds left, and this would be a 56-yard field goal to be tried if they have to go that way.
This is the time where Tekkers may run it. You know, he only needs a couple yards. This would be a good situation to run it in, but it looks like he's going to go with the pass play. Wouldn't be surprised to see him hit Kittle on that little hitch right there.
Still 1 timeout, so you can go middle of the field if you want to. And there it is to Hester, shy of the 30, but in field goal range.
You know, and I don't want to put too much blame on Henry, but he can thank himself for Tekkers getting this 3 before half, because he burned that timeout, kind of gave Tekkers a new life, where Tekkers was just going to go ahead and probably try to go to half or force something before half. You cannot use a timeout in that situation.
Hester, meantime, has been huge, not just for Tekkers, but really throughout this tournament. And now the chance to indeed extend the lead.
That kick can be blocked. Ooh.
Away from 48, and good from 48. So now Henry will have to dig deep again. He's already done it for victory earlier today to get here to the NFC East final. It's Tekkers on top, 13-7 for now. Both players, by the way, wired for sound at the club.
Let's go! I was trying to throw to the curl. God, trying to give you the game, aren't I? Wow, you didn't get that? Let's go! Come on!
Hey, a quick reminder, Friday, December 27th. Put it in your phone. Don't forget here. 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2, Madden NFL 20 Club Championship presented by Snickers. We'll get you all the best action of all 4 days. Essentially counting down from 32 to 16 to 8 to 4 to 2 to a grand champion. It was Pavin last year repping the Raiders. We're going to figure it out here in the NFC. Get a little closer here today. Green Bay's already moved on. That was scheming. Getting past Minnesota. That one went right down to the wire at 13-10. So now Tekkers trying to add to a 6-point lead. And he'll begin from his 25, Mo. What does Henry have to do just in terms of adjustments here?
You know, I think Henry's going to stop the run fine, but Tekkers is very comfortable passing the ball out of these formations, whereas a lot of players that run these strong formations with the 2 tight ends aren't very comfortable passing out of them. Tekkers is extremely comfortable passing out of them, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Henry struggle to stop the pass after he stops the run a little bit.
Tekkers has Kittle back there as a fullback. Leading the way for Dickerson, who bounces it outside, first down and more. Eric Dickerson, a big rumble. 88 yards of offense for ED so far for Tekkers.
And we're seeing Tekkers use a lot of motion to make the defense uncomfortable. You can tell Henry's just not ever getting set up. Anytime Tekkers motions, it's something that Henry probably hasn't seen before. Very, very difficult to stop.
Tekkers 5-0 so far in this major, outscoring opponents 129-39. But certainly up against it, against a great young player, the 16-year-old Henry.
Probably going to be stretched left here.
Going the other way and bursting through.
And Tekkers is just getting whatever he wants. He's completely dismantling this defense. Henry's going to have to make an adjustment. This just isn't going to happen. This isn't just whatever he's running right now just isn't going to work. Tekkers has got the remedy for all the run defenses that Henry's brought out. You got to try something else.
Got to be a little deja vu here because Henry's already had to play Evil O today. Guy that runs the ball, plays good D. We're down to 3:45 left third quarter. Tekkers trying to move on. Dickerson is smushed in the backfield.
And this is a tricky situation. He's right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't afford to lose any yardage right here. I think we'll probably see a halfback dive. He doesn't want to lose yardage. And if he does lose a yard, he's not going to be in field goal range anymore. This is a really tough situation for both players.
Henry trying to get to 17-3 in MCS play. 17 wins at majors, and he's 16 years old. Playing defense on a 3rd and 2. You see him moving around Pat Tillman here. Tillman with that tackle supreme designation. They go out of the offset eye with Kittle as the fullback.
You got to sell out on the dive here.
Dickerson twisting his way forward, move those chains. And Tekkers, who unseated 2-time club champion, goes to move forward. Now trying to take down Henry.
And he has a really good scheme on offense, and he's been playing great defense as well. I really like what he's doing on offense, though, making the defense uncomfortable with all these different motions. Has George Kittle on the backfield to block. He's got about 90 run block, or 85 run block, just a really good run blocking tight end. Sneaks him in at fullback. I love the scheme right now.
Time-consuming drive, too. Even if you just get the field goal, Mo, you make it that extra possession game, a 2-possession game.
This stretch shouldn't work.
He turns it back inside to Dickerson.
And the reason I say that, he just didn't have the numbers on his side. You know, Henry had the numbers on his side, but the play clock was running down. Tekkers had no choice but to snap the ball. A lot of the times we're seeing a lot of open space out there for Eric Dickerson. Not right there, though. Just only able to pick up 2 yards, and that's only because he fell forward.
Tekkers continuing to play keep away, and a high-octane offense from Henry just can't get in gear. Can't get in gear if you don't have the ball. On a 2nd down and 8 from the 31. 13-7, Tekkers on top. And again, you note he takes that play clock almost all the way down every time.
Henry's got to make a play here.
And he does. The stuff of Dickerson. All right, so now you try the long field goal.
Well, it's 3rd down, but I think we may see another run here. I don't think we're going to see him pass the ball. You know, if he does pass the ball, he's really just opened himself up with an opportunity to lose this game, because if he's just go up 2 possessions here and going into the 4th quarter, there's no reason to try to convert this 1st down.
So you get a few yards and set up for the field goal, right? Although Dickerson put the move on. And it'll be 1st and goal instead. I was with you. I was thinking 4 or 5 yards to set up for the field goal, but he bounced it outside, takes it to the 8.
And he just seen Henry wasn't ready on defense. He just caught him off guard, runs a stretch outside, wide open lane for Eric Dickerson. Didn't have to make anybody miss. And that's exactly what Tekkers needed to extend this game into the 4th quarter with the lead, and likely going to make it go up 2 possessions here.
You want to see him keep taking the clock down? I mean, ideally make it a 2-possession game, say early in the 4th quarter.
I would be very surprised if we seen Tekkers snap this ball with under 10 seconds, without it being under 10 seconds on the play clock the rest of this game.
Liking that offset eye, although Kittle will motion out of it now. And a timeout taken. A lot of stemming around right there. Both teams looked like they were trying to get something set.
Yeah, and it looked like Tekkers actually had Henry where he wanted him, just didn't snap the ball. Ends up, probably was afraid to take the delay game, so it goes ahead and calls a timeout.
Dickerson banged down in the backfield. A great read at Shazier. The clock moves, though. That helps Tekkers. But going backwards, that's suboptimal.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a run play here to end the 3rd quarter, and then another one to start the 4th quarter, and be around 4 minutes left. Henry down by 9. And he's going to have to score quickly and get a stop. But Tekkers is for sure going to take the rest of this clock in this 4th quarter right here on this run play.
Back in the day, the Redskins had the hogs right for the O-line, and this is called a hogging the ball right now. Tekkers just doesn't want to give it back to Henry. Will add 3 points minimum, you figure, if he can protect the football. And you're right, again, so wise to just take that play clock as far down as you can. Dickerson sweeping left, cutting up, stayed on his feet, and he's going to plunge and get close. And now he can take the clock down and out, right?
Yeah, we're not going to see another play ran in this third quarter. Great run vision by Tekkers. Probably should have been a touchdown.
Low scoring, 13-7, as we hit the fourth quarter, presented by Snickers.
God.
Oh, no, don't pressure him.
This party's garbage.
That bad, huh?
It is that bad. It's like a bag of zeros.
Try this creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness.
Is that one of the zeros?
Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and creamy Snickers.
Oh, we thought we might see the cheese heads against the cheese steak in the next round. Green Bay against Philadelphia, but not so fast. Here are the Washington Redskins, steered by Tekkers, ahead of Philadelphia. Of course, commandeered by young Henry, 16 years old.
Stretch left right here.
3rd and goal. Dickerson been carrying the mail all day for a lot of these players. From that 3-yard line to the left, and down he goes. Once again, Shazier is on him like graffiti.
And, you know, Henry's been expecting Shazier to come in and make some plays for him all game. Hasn't really been able to. That's a crucial one right there to prevent a touchdown. He's still going to be down 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, though. Not a situation you love at all, but you're still alive in this game.
And again, ticking down the seconds. Every second precious. You know that the offense from Henry is premier. So you just don't want him to have the ball more than once. Predictably, the field goal is good. So now it is 16-7, a Super Bowl III score. As we play some throwback football anyway here. Old school, low scoring, lots of running from Tekkers. But now here come the pyrotechnics, right? You're going to see this West Coast offense in gear for Henry.
Ideally, if you're Henry, you want to score before the 2-minute warning. You know, that's about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You've got to score before the 2-minute warning, bare minimum. But Henry has a very explosive offense. Look for him to take some shots down the field here with his back against the wall.
This is the top scorer still alive in this tournament. What does he have in the final 4-11? He's underneath to Harris, and that's the start. That's a concerned uncle right there.
You know, Tekkers going to give that up all day. You know, 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain. That's going to take up a lot of clock.
Luck looking. Luck running, first down.
Oh
and
God, no.
belly flopping forward, he lost it. Oh, that's huge.
He dove and set a slid, and that's probably going to be the ball game. Tekkers is going to run the ball, get those timeouts out from Henry. It's going to be really, really tough for Henry to fight back in this game.
An Englishman taking down Philadelphia. For you history majors, that's a point to ponder, but that could happen here. As Tekkers will run again with Dickerson here. And one more time, I don't know about you, I just keep looking at the clock, right? I mean, every single time you can run it, shave 30 more seconds off that clock, it's a happy bonus for Tekkers.
Yeah, and you know, this is Tekkers' first club championship, but he's an experienced player. He knows that he has to use the clock right here. He's not going to give Henry very many chances to fight back in this game, and that we got a huge upset brewing.
We get towards 3 minutes left. Again, Skeeman awaits the winner tomorrow, representing the Green Bay Packers. And again, you'll wait until about 5 seconds on that play clock before even thinking about a snap. Here you go. Dickerson ran right up into his own O-line, but he's close to that first down.
And Henry's got to force a 4-and-out right here. That's his only chance to fight back in this game. He'll get the ball back with about 2 minutes left. With all 3 timeouts, though, it'll give him a fighter's chance. But anything else, if he gets a first down right here, the game's over.
3 turnovers, and Henry, remember, was telling us he picked this division. He picked the Eagles because he thought this was kind of an easy route. He has run into a buzzsaw here, though. And again, it'll be around, what do you figure, 2:16 on the clock when Tekkers finally snaps this. All 3 timeouts for Henry and the 2-minute warning. But there is the snap. And there's Dickerson, muscling, pushing. I think he's got it.
I think he's got it, too.
That's a huge first down.
It looked like they were going to stand him up short, but Eric Dickerson, that 95 overall, he falls forward, and he's going to go ahead and go on conservative, so as Eric Dickerson's not going to fumble, make Henry use all 3 of his timeouts. This game is all but over.
Oh boy, that's actually disturbing.
Tekkers is already unseated. The two-time club champion goes just to get this far. And if he can take down Henry, that's huge too. You see it trying to rip the ball out there was Henry.
Yeah, but it's going to be really difficult to make that Eric Dickerson fumble. The best player in the game right now.
Earlier today, we saw a lot of Chris Johnson, and that seemed to go well. The meta has shifted very quickly here. A lot of power runs throughout the day. And it all sets up tomorrow, which is going to be a really fun day. Dickerson is free. Dickerson bouncing it. And that's the kill shot right there inside the 5.
That's going to do it. No time left in the game for Henry to fight back. This game is over.
Down goes Henry. He's such a fun player, such a great young competitor. But Tekkers took him down, 16-7.
You know, and a lot of people think that's bad sportsmanship, but there's just no time left in the game. Henry would have to use that timeout. We would have just seen 3 knees, and the game would have been over anyways. That's a great game right there. Tekkers played phenomenal on defense. Henry just wasn't able to get it going.
Crown the Englishman. He is the king of the NFC East. It's good to be the king. And he will head on over and be talking soon to Evan. But first, we want to show you how it came down in this NFC divisional round. Henry, now he's popping the jersey. He knows he's got that 33-point average in terms of offense, but just wasn't happening for him today.
Yeah, it looked like that ball might have been underthrown a little bit. You kind of want Andrew Luck to air it out a little bit for Tyreek Hill. Just doesn't get it done right there. And on this 4th and 14, that's just a crucial user error by Henry. He could have guarded that, and there would have been nothing open. Probably the biggest play of the game.
A whole Kittle of fish, if you will, as George Kittle gets that big touchdown. And then it's Hester to at least get a Henry on the board.
Yeah, and that was a big play for Henry, but he just wasn't able to stop Tekkers' run at all. Tekkers audibling around, motioning guys over. Very, very smart game plan by Tekkers.
That makes the final 16-7, those 3 points. And then this belly flop slide with the ball coming out, that pretty much sealed the deal.
Yeah, you can't dive forward with your quarterback. He's going to let it go a large percentage of the time. And this was the game where it just got sealed. It looked like Eric Dickerson was going to get held up, but he's the best running back in the game. He's not going to get held up by those guys. Easy first down.
And that's how it ends for Henry. Great family, a great battle. But it is Tekkers moving on, and he will start scheming for scheming because the Green Bay Packers are standing by. Speaking of standing by, Evan's doing that right now with the winner.
Thanks so much, Josh. We got Tekkers here. Are you okay? Are you awake now? It's a little late in your natural time zone.
It's about like 3 o'clock in the morning, but even later. But yeah, I'm all right at the moment.
Maybe the $10,000 prize, or that'll help keep you up, right?
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, man. Congratulations on the win, and obviously a lot would consider this an upset. How did you kind of go into this matchup, preparing for it, and just kind of getting yourself ready?
Know how good Henry is on offense. You can't give him many possessions at all. So kept confident, controlled the game. I knew if I got a first stop and controlled the game, I'd be in with a chance. And yeah, confident and yeah.
And it was really well executed. I mean, you didn't really have any moments where things went wrong or things kind of went out of that game plan. What would you kind of relate that towards? Just more being confident in yourself? Would it be just more comfortable in this moment? This is the farthest you've gone in a series.
Last year definitely helped me for big moments. And making the Redskins club as well, just more moments on the main stage. Calm me down, calm those nerves, and it helped. It helps in big moments to get a field goal at the end of the half as well. Because that was huge. Try and walk down there as well.
Well, you're known for your defense and obviously creating turnovers. Let's take a look at that big 3rd turnover in the game on the wall. Break it down for us.
Well, I'm playing soft coverage at the moment because he has to score like quickly and let him roll out and make a mistake and dive forward, probably press the wrong button, and they can't be doing that this year.
Can't be doing that this year.
So it comes up with a huge play again.
Yeah.
Did in my goes game as well. Bullock's the man.
Bullock's the man for you. He's making you feel very successul here in this run. Obviously, you have a very interesting story for those who may not join. Your dad was really the one who got you into football, hailing from the UK, and obviously now bringing that kind of love here and really competing here as a Redskins fan himself when they came out and visited you guys. Where was it, London? Did you see them? Where did you see them?
London, Wembley. Got to watch them play the Bengals. It was a tie.
Yeah.
It was good. good when the games come out to the UK as well.
Yeah,
big fan base over there as well, actually.
Just a cool story,
Yeah.
man. Obviously, is your dad watching? Is he back at home watching right now?
He might be asleep. He might try and watch it tomorrow, but he will be watching. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, obviously, you got the Packers coming up in scheming. You have looked to that matchup yet? Have you kind of?
Yeah, same. He's in the Saints. He's all been around a lot like me, and he's gonna make it very uncomfortable. I've got to get in the lab for that. I wasn't really prepared to play against that yet, so yeah, I've got to make some work.
All right, Tekkers, congrats on your win, man. We'll see you in the next one versus Scheming. Let's send it over to Josh as of now and get some thoughts.